Okay, good day everyone. So today I'll be showing us set theory. Now, under set theory, there are some basic parameters or some basic words that are used that are very, very important. Number one, you have the universal set. The basic meaning of universal set is just like is the mother set, is the set that contains of all other subsets. So, for example, your universal set can be 1 to 10. The remaining set now, set A now, let's assume set A now can be between 2, 3, 4, and 5. Set B can be between 1, 3, 7. So what it means here is that the universal set consists of all other subsets. So all other subsets are gotten from the universal set. In other words, another word or another name for universal set is mother set. So it's the one that gave birth to all other subsets. So that's the meaning of the universal set, and it's denoted with this symbol U like this. So, and I believe in we should understand that in set we make use of curly brackets. So this is bracket we make use of. They call it curly brackets, C-U-R-L-E-Y, curly brackets. So we don't make use of the normal brackets, we make use of curly brackets. So that's the universal set. So it's just the mother set. It consists of all other subsets. That is, all other subsets are gotten from the universal set. So another thing that is important is what we call cardinality of the set. Cardinality of the set. I believe we all understand that set is a group of items that have close relationship, or a group of items that have things in common. For example, they call it mathematical set because all the instruments that are there are used majorly for mathematical drawings. So they have things in common. So when you talk of cardinality of the set, that means you are talking about the total number of elements in a set. For example, if I give you set A to be equals to 1, 3, 7, 8. For example, and I ask you to find the cardinality of A. The cardinality of A now is going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4. The cardinality of A is going to give me 4. Why? Because I have 4 elements in a set. Each of these is an element. And mind you, sometimes an element can be repeated twice. For example, you can have 1, 1, 3, 4. In this case, you don't count 1 as 1, 2. You count it as 1, 2, 3. So the cardinality here is what? Is 3. I hope you understand. So whenever an element is repeated twice or thrice in a set, you count it as 1 under cardinality of the set. I hope you get that. So let's move to the next one. We have singleton. Singleton of a set. When you talk of singleton of a set, from the word single, it means a set with a single element. In other words, if I give us set A to be equals to 1, A is a singleton set. Why? Because it consists of just one element. I'm not referring to this one as a number. It can be set B, set A, it can be set A can be, let's say K for example. It's still a singleton. Why? Because I'm having just one element. So I'm not referring to one as a number. I'm referring to the element, the number of elements that is inside. So that's what they mean by a singleton set. So a singleton set is a kind of set that has just one basic element. So I think we get that. So the next one is we have the intercept of a set. When you talk of intercept of a set, what makes intercept very easy for students to understand is that just assume that intercept means the same thing as common. So it means what are the common elements in A and in B, or in B and in C. So for example, if I give you set A is equals to 1, 3, 5, 7, and I have set B equals to 1, 3, 8, and 10. I can ask you to find the intercept, find A intersection what? B. The intercept between A and B means the common element between A and B. I have 1 to be common, I have 3 to be common. So this will give me 1 common. So the intercept between A and B is what? Is 1 and 3. And it is being denoted by n. N. Like this. It's not really your small letter n like this. It's not having this stroke. Just n. So I think we all get that. So after intercept of a set, we have what we call the union of a set. What makes you understand union better is when you have the ideology that it is what? All elements. So that means if I have set A to be equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8, and my set B equals to 1, 3, 5, 10. I can ask you to find A union B. That will give me the things, all the elements in both A and B. What are the elements I can see in both A and B? I can see 1, I have 1. I can see 3, I have 3. I can see 5, I have 5. I can see 7, I have 7. I can see 8, I have 8. And I can see 10 finally. So A union B is what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. And mind you, you don't need to repeat this twice because A is in A. 1 is in set A and 1 is in set B. Does not mean you have to put it as 1, 1. No, you pick it as one major element. So you don't repeat an element twice under union. And it's also denoted by U without a stroke, ordinary U. So that's what they mean by union of a set. Another important thing is what they call power of a set. The power of a set. Now, the power of a set is denoted with the formula called 2 raised power n, where my n ranges from 0 to infinity, and the n also means the total number of elements in a set. For example, if I have set A to be equals to 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10, and I ask you to find power P, it will give me 2 raised power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 raised power 5. So 2 raised power 5 is the same as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I hope you all know that. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. So the P of A will be equals to 32. So 32 is going to be my final answer. So the power set is going to be equal to 32. I hope you get that. Then also we have complement. We have complement, or another word for complement is prime. Is that they call it complement or they call it prime? So for example, I can ask you to find A prime or A complement. In this case, what it simply means is universal minus A. If I ask you to find B prime or B complement, what it means is universal minus B. That is, you actually remove the element of A from the universal. So if my universal set is 1, 2, 3 to 10, and my A is 1, 3, 5, and I can ask you to find A complement or A prime. They both means the same thing. It's not they use complement or they use prime. So in this case now, what I'll be having is universal minus A, which will give me, what's the element of A? The element of A is 1, 3, 5. So you have to remove 1, 3, 5 from 1 to 10. So you remove 1, you'll be left with 2. You remove 3, you'll be left with 4. Remove 5, you'll be left with 6 down to 10. So this is going to give me my A prime. So this is my A prime or A complement. So the meaning of prime or complement is just that you remove the element from the universal, then any other element you have left is what you articulate. So I hope you get that. Then another thing that is important is what they call null or empty set. Null or empty set. Null or empty set is a type of set with no elements. So when you see a set like this is a null set. You can have this. Sometimes it is advisable you just leave it this way. You can see it this way. This symbolizes an empty set. And they can also write it this way. This also symbolizes an empty set. Are you getting it? So it's just a kind of set that has no element. That's a cycle being strung up. So it's not having any element in it. So I hope you get that. So these are the basic things that we need to know as far as the set theory is concerned. So in my next video, I'll be showing us the Venn diagram. That's the diagrammatic representation of sets. So, but before we go there, I'll just give us a question, then we'll solve 1 or 2 questions, then we'll be done. So let's assume we have a question where our universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And my set A is equals to 1, 3, 5. And my set B is equals to 1, 4, 7. Okay. Let's have 5 here, let's have 7 here, let's have 10 here. So number 1, let's find A intercept B. A intercept B now, remember I told you intercept is common. So what are the things that are common? I have 1 in common, I have 5 in common. So A intercept B will be what? 1 over 5. Then also, I can also be finding A union B. A union B will give me union, it means everything, all. So what is all, the all element between A and B? So I have 1, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, I have 7, I have 10. I can ask to find A prime or A complement. Remember I told us it means the same thing. That's universal minus A. Now you remove the element of A. What are the elements of A? 1, 3, 5. So you remove 1, you'll be left with 2. Remove 3, you'll be left with 4. Remove 5, you'll be left with what? 6. I hope you get that. The same thing to B prime and all that. So this is all about sets. It's very simple. It's just for you to understand the meaning of these parameters. And when you get the meaning, you just introduce them to your students and you get the answer. So my next video, I'll be showing us the Venn diagram. That's the diagrammatic representation of everything I've explained. So thank you.